Tuesday morning. How are you this morning? I am so much better. I mean, not all the way better yet, but so much better. I think half my problem was I actually went to bed earlier, and I think I'm in the bed too long because my back is, just wrenched. But praise the Lord, I'm upright. Praise the Lord, the pain is 50% better than yesterday. So thank you, everybody that prayed for me and reached out to me. And yeah, it's hard when your back is out of whack. So I'm thankful. So what are you doing today? It is 2 for Tuesday, 2 acts of random kindness. Not that hard to be kind, people. Really not that hard to be kind. I have a pretty busy morning, and then, of course, it's Tuesday, and that means I go to lunch with a couple of granddaughters, which is always fun. I won't get to see them next week because they'll be out of town, so I don't know where we're going to lunch. I never know until we get there. I said, do you want to go do some errands? No, Nanny, it's okay. We'll just eat lunch. And I thought, darn it, I wanted to go do some errands, but that's okay. Whatever they want, we will do. And then tonight, I am going to a radio thing at 6 o'clock at Sika Hall. I just put the information up on WAPN Facebook, so scroll on down and find that. All things radio. We are the only radio station in Holly Hill and the only radio tower in Holly Hill. And so I want to go find out about that. I love all things radio. So I'm going to go check that out. Hope Fest, that information, we started putting those flyers back out. We're less than 3 months till Hope Fest. So go like, share, follow that. Also register for the, you don't need a ticket, but you do need to register. So all the information about the artists, when it is, the times, all that fun stuff. Hope Fest on Facebook, and you can scroll down and find out all that. The spots will be coming pretty soon. We'll have those over the air, but let's get, involved with that. That's here locally. And that is August 22nd. I know that seems like so far away because we're just ending school and all these graduations are going on, but these months just fly by. I mean, it's the end of May already. So yeah, I know, it goes by. Schools in Volusia County get out May 28th, and Mainland High School actually has graduation on May 28th. So that's not this week, next week. They're starting to do all the rehearsals and all the fun stuff. I know the colleges are graduating, and everybody's out trying to, get out of their dorms, come home for the summer, and so you can't even get a U-Haul if you needed it. It's just crazy right now, the things that are going on, but I love busy. I do love busy. Do you have a graduate in your family? How do you what do you celebrate for graduation? Is there a theme? Are they going away to start their career? What are they doing? I'd love to hear who's graduating, what you're doing, where you're doing it, how you're doing it. You know me, I love all things information. If you'd like to send over information about school graduations or things that are going on, you can email WAPN@WAPN.net. I love to share with the neighborhood what's going on. So go ahead, WAPN@WAPN.net. Gee, y'all live here in Volusia County. We got rain last night in the middle of the night. It cracks me up because I thought it was going to rain last evening. It had the sky and all that, and it got kind of gray out. Nothing happened. I thought, oh, well, I went to bed early, like I said. Middle of the night, we got pouring down rain. Come to work this morning, my plants are all happy. The parking lot was a little wet, so it was a great way to start a day. I love it when the plants get watered before the day even starts, and gives it a fresh, get rid of all that pollen. The pollen has been crazy high this week. I don't know why, but crazy high this week. If you're a girl with allergies or a guy with allergies, this is why. We got a lot of pollen, a lot of pollen out there, but middle of the night showers, wash that away and make it for a great day. I love Central Florida. I wouldn't live anywhere else. I love Ormond Beach and Daytona and Holly Hill. And we're doing something really cool here in the Holly Hill. We got a lot of things going on in Holly Hill. So our mayor and city manager are going to come in here once a month and give us an update. And yesterday was so darn cool about all the updates. I loved it. I found out stuff I did not know about Holly Hill and what's going on in the neighborhood. We got a lot of construction going on right now. So as you're driving around, checking it out, one day you'll be driving by and there's a building that you just don't like. The next day it's gone and something's going in there. So very excited about the things of Holly Hill. The first Monday of the month is Becky, and Becky does an interview, a spotlight of a business here in Holly Hill that comes to the monthly business meeting. You get picked from that. The next week is Chief of Police. He comes in and tells us about the safety of our roads and where the different things are happening and all that. So I appreciate him. Any crime, any scams that are going on. So shout out to the Chief of Police. third week is our mayor and city manager. So they come in and give us an update, all things Holly Hill. Just loving our city, loving finding out what's going in it, in and around it, and just great place to live. If you want to move somewhere fun, Holly Hill is a place to live. We're centrally located right between Ormond and Daytona Beach. We're an hour away from, the big parks. We're 2 minutes away from the river, 3 minutes away from the ocean. So great place to live here in Holly Hill, and I really appreciate it. Like I said, tonight is the radio thing. I do not know much about it. Radio is funny because some people say radio is a dying thing. I don't think that's ever going to happen, not because I own a radio station, but we just keep adding technology to it. So yes, when we started out 40 years ago, we had like a 3-mile radius, and we thought we were so darn cool. Now we're worldwide with technology. So I think that it's great to see it grow. I was honored and blessed to be given an old-time radio here at WAPN. It's an old AM radio with tubes. Shane and I are both nervous about plugging it in. I've been cleaning it and getting ready and figuring out where I'm going to put it here in WAPN. But yes, it's got tubes in it, and it's the old-time kind of radio. I'm excited to see if it comes on. A little nervous, but thought that was so cool that Jeff brought that to me. I always wanted an old radio, and then Clay and his wife brought me a cool thing it does everything, cassettes, CDs, and vinyl. Super excited about that. And they even brought me some old vinyls. I feel like vinyls are coming back. I feel like just like with clothes, if you hold on to it for 10 years, it's going to circle back. I know that they said cassettes were going to circle back. I don't know, but I feel like vinyls is starting to come back. I have bought my granddaughter a vinyl machine to play and have bought her some vinyls. So I don't know. Will CDs come back? Will cassette come back? Will mini disc? How about reel to reel? We have all that here at WAPN. I have kept one of each thing upstairs. I don't know why, nostalgia or whatever, but I've kept one of each thing. And sometimes I go up there and I think, well, will I ever use this? But it's pretty cool to still have a piece of history, still have part of the 40 years. We started out with a big monster transmitter out back, and then to see the little one we have now, and to see how everything just works is just awe. I am just in awe of the goodness of God and how He's changed the radio station over the years, and I think it's just kept getting better and better. Now you can send me a file, we can download it and have you on the air within minutes. You can come in here live and go on the podcast, which is really cool. And so there's all different kinds of things all the time in radio. And people always ask me, why are you such a crazy woman about all this? It's for the one. It is for the one that's seeking Jesus. And so I never know who's listening, how they're listening, where they're listening, but I know if they're listening, they're seeking for Jesus. And I really am excited about the rock show we have here on WAPN every night at 6 p.m. I feel like that's branching out, and that's reaching a whole different group of people that, we're in need. And they're the old-time rock and rollers. We all grew up on rock and roll. I certainly grew up on rock and roll. And then you become a Christian, and there wasn't a lot of good Christian rock and Southern rock. And so Jeff has been working on that, Trinity Music, and exciting things are happening. Super excited about the things that God is doing with that program and how He's going to keep doing with that program. So tune in at 6 o'clock. Let me know what your thoughts are, where you listen, how you listen. I know today the winners of the billboard are coming by here to get their T-shirts, so that will be fun. Taking some pictures and doing some stuff around here. So thankful what God is doing. So thankful about the different people that have seen the billboards and talked about it, and tuned in and let me know what they think. I know my husband loves the rock show. And he's got certain songs that he really loves. And you should play this. And I love it when he tells me what to do with the radio. It's so much fun. It really blesses my heart. So listening to Tim and coming up with some ideas from Tim, and I'm really thankful for all he does for WAPN. He's behind the scenes. He's kind of like I was for many years. I don't know if he'll ever do a radio show, but he's behind the scenes taking care of all the stuff around here, and we sure do appreciate all the things he does for WAPN. Y'all don't see it, but everything keeps running and is good because my husband comes by here and takes care of it, so I appreciate him. Also, we have, I got to call the AC guy today. Our new thermostat is not doing what it needs to do. That's okay. It's probably a little tweak. We tried to tweak it. It didn't work. So it's probably a little tweak. And I know he'll come by and fix that before it starts getting hot, hot, hot. It's supposed to hit the 90s this weekend. Time to get your boats out, time to, get your bikes out, time to enjoy the outdoors. It's kind of hard because my husband is a landscaper. I'd be outside doing stuff, and I hate to make him go outside and do the stuff, when he's outside all the time. But the boat, we do love to boat. We were talking about that yesterday. The mayor was about our little dock here in Holly Hill and how busy it gets and how you can rent kayaks there. And he was talking about maybe a little bait shop there. And I was thinking, look at Holly Hill. We're just growing up and doing all this cool stuff. So very thankful for fresh ideas and fresh thoughts here in Holly Hill. I'm a girl that is constantly looking, constantly checking out things, constantly listening to music. I love Bethel music. One of my favorite praise and worship is Bethel music, and I've been looking at some stuff from them. And this morning, that song came on right before the program, and I was just worshiping the Lord in here. I am a worshiper. I love worship music. Of course, I'm falling in love with the rock music right now, too, but I am a worshiper, and I love worship music. And I was just thinking about some of the songs that have brought me through things that I didn't know if I could get through, or I was just really struggling with, but because of the music. And I listen to the music before I listen to the words. I'm sure a lot of you do. And so as you're scanning that dial, seeking for Jesus, or as you're going down Facebook or YouTube or whatever you're using, stop, just check it out. Listen for a few minutes and see if God is trying to bless you through the words and the music. And I'm thankful for Prayer Line, all the people that come in here and do Prayer Line Live. We do have the 4th Thursday of the month available. If you've ever thought about doing Prayer Line, we really don't offer a one-time-a-month thing. That used to be back in the day, but it's too much logistically hard. But we still have one available. And so if you've ever thought, hey, I'd like to do a prayer line, I have the 4th Thursday of the month available. And I would love to sit down and talk to you and train you on how you can do Prayer Line here at WAPN. You don't have to be a pastor. You have to be somebody that loves Jesus and loves to pray. And so if that's something you're interested in, WAPN pays part of the bill so that you can come in here and pray. You would be in the studio live, so you'd be on all the podcast stuff, and just a great opportunity for you and for WAPN. So I would love to teach you that. If you've ever thought about donating to WAPN, it goes to our over and above. It goes to our music and our streaming, and if we have a breakdown and all that stuff. So you can come on by the radio station, 1508 State Avenue, with your dollars, your fives, your hundreds, your thousands, and donate them right here at the station. We have a mail drop if we're not here on the door, and you can put it right through there. Or you can head on over to our website, WAPN.net, click on Give Now, and donate right now. But all those dollars, hundreds, fives, whatever, that helps with the other stuff of WAPN. Our day-to-day needs are met by the shows of WAPN and their sponsors, their businesses, or their churches. But the over and above, all the music rights, buying music. We actually have to purchase all the music that is on the air. We pay to stream it. We pay to do this, So that's what the over and above goes to. And then we do a project each year. This year's project is going to be for nursing homes. So we want to figure that all out. I'm working on it. So maybe lip balms or writing paper or some nice pens or some stamps or some different kinds of cards, hand cream, maybe mini Bibles. I know June Wood and her husband donated their devotion book. So I'm just coming up with some ideas, and we would like to do that closer to the holiday season, not during the holiday season, but before, so that because a lot of people only do things certain times of the year, so we like to do it a little bit before. So I'm working on that. I know last night I was looking at lip balms and fingernail files and something else. So if you'd like to be part of that, please let me know. Send me an email, WAPN@WAPN.net. Let's get our favor on. Let's get this day going. Are you living Are you living favor-minded? Are you expecting God's best? Or are you just sort of going through life taking whatever comes your way? I'm living favor-minded. I got the favor of God from the top of my head to the soles of my feet and everywhere in between. The favor of God over WAPN, over my businesses, over my husband, over my grandchildren, over my children, over my SUV. I've got the favor of God all around me. We're listening to WAPN 91.5 FM. It is Tuesday, May 19th, 2026. The weather today, 85 with a low of 75. Madison, 91 with a low of 69. Happy birthday to Donna. Sweet Donna. What a special lady in my life. Prayer warrior. And anybody else celebrating an anniversary or birthday, happy, happy, happy. Today is National Roadie Day. Those are the people that work behind the scenes. Those are the people that are setting up the equipment, breaking down the equipment, taking care of business. So if you're a roadie, thank you for being a roadie. Remember to go like, share, and follow Trinity Music and Media, also Hope Fest, WAPN, and share it with your friends so that we could all get into this movement of great music and things going on in our town. Let me know if you got stuff going on. WAPN at WAPN.